สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanasorn Kerahong.
And I'm Thananapat Noivien. Good morning, and you're watching Morning News Edition here from MCOT World. It's Wednesday, July 17, 2013.
And Kunfai, today we have a lot of news update, various news actually, from floods to mafia gang.
And also political developments in Thailand. A lot of situations going on. There's a sudden resignation of the Constitution Court, which has just reviewed yesterday.
Exactly. So it's quite big news. So why don't you start us off with
The Prime Minister's duty.
Exactly.
Yesterday, after finishing her activities here in Bangkok, the Prime Minister Kun Yingluck and also the Foreign Minister Kun Surapong Towichakchaikun, accompanied by the Commerce Minister Kun Niwatthamrong Bunsongphaisan, they flew to Phnom Penh, the Cambodian capital, to pay respect and also offer condolences to Prime Minister Hun Sen of Cambodia and also his family for the passing of his father Hun Neang. Hun Sen's father passed away last week from natural causes at the age of 89, some say 90. He had been in hospital for 3 years.
Wow. Okay. And don't forget the Chinawat family and Hun Sen's families has a very close ties. Exactly.
Right.
And I believe that her niece maybe that
Her
just
niece
got married, right?
Yes.
So this almost like
Family.
personal / governmental matter kind of thing.
And over the weekend, there was a picture of Kun Thaksin Shinawatra also attending the funeral as well.
So this is quite big news for Cambodians. So may he rest in peace. Now, moving on to another interesting news yesterday. If you have to take expressway yesterday, especially from the Rama 6 road, heading to Yomarat area, you might find something that unusual at around 1 o'clock. There's about 1,000 people, so a mob of people that decided to take expressway, but not with the cars, by foot.
Oh my God.
So they got on the expressway. These are the...
A marching band on expressway.
Pretty much. Well, minus the band itself. Now, they say that yesterday there has been a report at about 1 o'clock. Now, this particular mob is Farmers Reconstruction and Development Fund mob. Now, this particular mob these are farmers. They have been actually kind of camped outside the Treasury Department, which is situated right on the Rama 6 road for quite some times already. However, they seems to be just situated there, not really moving anywhere. However, yesterday they decided to go to the government house, and I guess the best way for them, even as by foot, would be taking expressway. So as you can see there on the left lanes, they took the entire left lane there, about 1,000 of the farmers. Now, these are the groups that belongs to the Farmers Reconstruction and Development Fund. They are demanding the government to help them with the debt that has been accumulated, and of course they are looking for some kind of assistance for this particular to make sure that this will ease their pain a little there. And it seems like nothing has actually happened. So at this point they decided to come to Bangkok to actually at least make some statement. Hopefully the government would hear them. Now they say that they are asking the government to take a look at the assistance that should be provided, because at this point the 7,000 baht financial assistance that was supposed to be going to each of them has not been received yet, even though it has been promised. Now they say that obviously this create a lot of problems, and they finally reached to the government house and camp out there with making statements, so on and so forth, about this particular case until 3:30 in the afternoon before they went back to camp outside of the Treasury Department once again, because obviously nothing has actually been done in terms of trying to negotiate or perhaps assure them that something would happen. And we have seen this quite a bit in Thailand. If you have been living here long enough, a lot of people find that if they don't get their demand meet, sometimes they have to come into the capital in order to make a statement, which
to make their voices heard.
Exactly, which is understandable, Kun Fai, because the thing is, we haven't heard much about them at all. Even the fact that they camped it out in front of the Treasury Department, it has been over a week now, and we haven't heard much, not until now.
But first of all, how come they got on the expressway? Do they have to pay the toll fee or something?
I don't think so, but they came in
got
thousands, so obviously. And
maybe
that
they got on the easy
sure,
pass.
I know for sure that checkpoint is 45 baht. So to get on there and just go to Yomrat, it's 45 baht each. The government probably, like the expressway, probably would have taken quite a bit of money for 1,000 people, but no.
Okay, so that would be a shortcut for them.
Yes, very shortcut.
Hopefully their voices could be heard, and someone got to do something to appease people in the provinces.
Exactly.
Moving on to some more interesting story. If you live in Bangkok, it seems that authorities are trying so many ways to beautify the landscape of the capital by putting the regulations on the street vendors to clear pavements in Siam Square area.
Right.
We've seen that a lot.
Which didn't really I still see a lot of stalls.
Vendors,
exactly.
Right. But if speaking about the van service, they are going to do something with the public van, especially in the Victory Monument area. If you ever pass by those areas, you know that it's quite hectic. It's a spot with very heavy traffic, very chaotic, a lot of cars, buses, and also public vans that parked here and there, not just in that parking spot, not parking lot, not bus stop, not van stop.
And they drive very crazy manner. Seriously, like I've driven there several times, and you never know, like if they want to come the other way on your path, they would. They just have one person tell you to
That's
stop.
a professional van drivers.
Yes,
we say it. And you know that Victory Monument is a transit point linking a lot of routes in Bangkok. It's located in the heart of Bangkok, so not just public buses, there are passenger vans linking in many routes. So now the Transport Ministry will prepare a spot for them to park their vans. The area is the space below the elevated expressway on both sides of the Pahonyotin Road near the Victory Monument. They say that the area covers around 100 rides of land that would be able to accommodate around 3,000 vans. Two-thirds of them will be under the supervision of the transport company and the rest under the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority or the BMTA. However, this new arrangement will not be in place until early next year because the Land Transport Department will be in charge in managing the area after the Expressway Authority of Thailand finish clearing the space. So they will transfer.
So you mean that they will still be in the area of the Victory Monument, but just a little bit further out, not exactly right by where the buses are and such.
They still got to be near the area because, as I say, Victory Monument is a transit point.
Okay.
So
and I think they call it Soi Mo
Ling.
Ling.
Right.
There you go. Mo Seng. So still around the area, but not right where it used to be.
In the heart of the Victory Monument,
exactly.
in the heart of the intersection as they used to be.
So make sure that you ask around, just in case, because I know a lot of foreigners would take these vans as well because it's, first of all, it's very convenient. It's a lot faster. It's get on expressway. Plus, it could go really further out in the provinces as well. There's a lot of services like that. So make sure you ask around because they might change the location a little bit, but still probably within the walking distance.
So hopefully the new arrangement will facilitate traffic congestion in the area.
Now, moving on to another case. This case obviously has been ongoing for a while, Kun Phai, and we're talking about domestic violence. And we have heard a lot. I mean, the fact that you're a man doesn't mean that you could actually, easily hurt a woman or any women even. So, just keep that in mind. And this one, I think is one of a good case just to show you that it doesn't matter who you are and, how great, what great you have done for the country. If you hit your wife, this is what you deserve. So I have a strong stance on this. Kun Chakrit Panied Pathom or Kun X. Now, of course, he's a shooting athlete, very well known. He has won as many medals, but of course, he also hit his wife and threatened for her life as well as his children's lives before, to the extent that his mother decided to even back the police on the fact that do not give him a bail. So obviously, he's right now spending time in jail. However, the police say that at this point, he will be charged with 10 counts altogether, including trying to kill others, so attempted murder, as well as assault, as well as in possession of firearms, so on and so forth. So it seems like the counts is on and on. However, at this point, they are trying to test his urine as well to see whether or not there's any substances, because apparently, according to his wife as well as his mother, he was under the influence of narcotic substance quite a bit, and that's create a little bit more of the unstable characters that he have, and that's why they believe that he should be in jail and perhaps get some kind of help before he come out, because otherwise he would be a threat to his family. Now the police say that he has shown quite a bit of unease while he's in the jail at this point. They say that he is along with his inmates, about 30 to 40 people. They are afraid, however, at this point that he might hurt himself because on his first day in the prison, he just showed a lot of frustration. He did not sleep well, and he claims that he really misses his children because their birthdays are coming up already. He cried a lot, and obviously still, like I said, he claims that he has done a lot for this country, so that should mean something. But from my point of view, I don't care what you have done for this country, but you have no right to hurt another person, especially if you're a man and you're hurting a woman.
Look, it's quite understandably that you're an athlete and you had undergone a lot of pressure, and sometimes some athletes use narcotics or drugs just to suppress their pressure, but not to the point that you cannot control yourself.
Exactly. And you threaten the lives of your family, really. And if his own mother actually came out and said that, please do not give him bail. That's like a big, red bars right there saying that you need to get help. I don't, so I just find that it's bizarre that he thinks that, just because he won some medals that he could actually get away with this. So I think it's a good example for a lot of people.
He had shown some troubles when before reporters asked him a question and he responded quite angrily.
Yeah,
without
he's not stable. Let's just put it that way.
Now, okay, wrapping up this section here, I've got reports from upcountry. This time of year is the rainy season, and not just in Bangkok, in provinces, especially in the east of Thailand, there were reports of heavy rain for several days, and also the flash floods, especially in Trat and Chantaburi provinces. It seemed that they have been experiencing the worst flood in 20 years in Chantaburi because there were a few days of heavy rain, and not just in these two provinces. In Nakhon Si Thammarat province, there's a report that the strong winds there had blown a branch of trees off its root and hit the windshield of a
of a car.
of a train. Actually,
Oh,
a train,
right. I have
the speed
seen that
train
news.
from Nakhon Si Thammarat to Bangkok.
The train driver, his wrist got cut.
Right.
Like, quite severely. And that would just kind of stop a train for a while. And that was like from Mother Nature.
Right, and the meteorologist authority has also warned that during the July the 16th to the 22nd, brace yourself for monsoon season because there will be heavy rain and also flash floods and also landslides in these 16 provinces, including Kanchanaburi, Ratchaburi, Prachinburi, Sa Kaeo, Nakhon Nayok, Chonburi, Rayong, Chantaburi, Trat, Phetchaburi, ประจวบคีรีขันธ์ระนองพังงาภูเก็ตกระบี่ and Trang obviously are the provinces in the east of Thailand and also in the south of Thailand.
So just make sure that you keep an eye on the weather forecast and try to stay away from the sea because this might not be the best time to actually go into it. Now let's take a short break because we do have a little bit more updates, especially on the iPhone 5 case that actually a Chinese woman was electrocuted to death. So we'll give you a little bit more updates on that, so please stay tuned.